Yo, 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 we are live, ready to go. I'm just pulling up, I just am adding my deck to Mana Traders.
Nice.
Man, that's not what I want, though. What's the best way to do this? Is it like export to Arena and then just do it?
Do you have a goldfish link?
Yeah, does it take what Goldfish?
Or, well, yes. Well, no. Hold on. It will take a text file, which you can get off of Goldfish, though.
So that's exactly what the Arena version did.
Right. So normally how I do it is I just have it built on Modo. Like I import it into Modo text file and then just like export it from there.
It's actually what I should have done because I need to do that anyway. And that's what I've done historically now that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Have you played this matchup much?
Only from the Boatless side.
Mm-hmm.
But I have played it a lot from that side.
I assume it's at least slightly unfavorable for this deck, yeah?
Yeah, I think that the like common belief is that if you draw the saga,
Mm-hmm.
you're super favored. And if you don't draw the saga, you're super unfavored.
Fair enough. Well, with no filtering and only playing 3 copies, that seems like it'd be a fairly bad matchup then. I would assume it's a little bit better than that, probably, but...
Hey, do you know the fastest way to add these cards? I had this struggle the other day. I thought it was just add all from a 4-of. Is it not?
Are you trying to do a trade with Mana Traders right now?
Yeah.
Just click on the first thing and then... Or double-click on the first item and then Control A, and then you can drag them all down in one swoop.
Cool.
I don't know if it's a click or a double click. It might just be a single click. I just do it like intuitively.
It was exactly what you said.
Okay.
All right. That's good to go.
I do imagine that the blue splash is probably actually good for this matchup, assuming that the mana all works out.
Yeah, I want to talk about that in just a second. I'm going to tweet that we're going live. Welcome, everybody, to the YouTube video, the VOD. Twitch. That's not what I want. I want the Twitter. Okay, so I have your deck list pulled up, and one, I think it's important that Matt, that you're playing this deck and not me, because this is just my BS, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of curious, like looking at this, what do you think about this as an approach to the kind of the Gruul deck?
It seems reasonable. I mean, assuming that the mana is okay.
Yeah, like,
just looking at the curve, though, it looks like your life is pretty bad on the games where your elf gets killed.
Yeah, I think that, like, one of the things that this deck doesn't have that the other deck has, right? Like, one of the things that I really liked was the 2-drops, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you think about things like, I'm a big fan of, for example, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the saga or the. So the saga, it's
Ranger class.
Ranger class. Thank you, the class. Yeah, I'm like a big fan of Rangers class. Things like skews, like somewhere in the 75. And this deck's 2-drops are just more lands, more filtering, right? The difference though is that I don't usually play Love Struck Beast. Like I think that Love Struck Beast has had its time in Pioneer, and this deck actually I think does want Love Struck Beast, which might be a benefit.
Right. I'm also not opposed to playing a deck with a curve like this. Like I played that green-white company deck that basically had the same curve. It was like just all 1s and 3s.
Yeah, and the other thing is like if you're already going to be playing Voldaren Thrillseeker, it just makes Love Struck Beast a lot better. Where like if you get to attack for 7 and then sack it, you're like, all right, well, you're just dead if you don't have something on board.
Right.
The Blue Splash makes a lot of sense though. Like I think that one, Stubborn Denial, just being able to kind of disrupt your opponent is really good. Like if you go like 1-drop Elf, attack with Elf, leave up Stubborn Denial, like there's so many decks that's just as good as having a 2-drop against, or if not better.
Right.
My main concern is like the mana's bad in Pioneer for 3-color decks. So like, is it worth it to try to play Stubborn Denial in your Gruul deck?
Yep, I agree. It also seems like there's some interesting choices in this particular mana base. Like, I'm not sure.
The coasts?
Like, well, no, I was more thinking the basic island. Like, feels pretty awful most of the time.
Yeah, what was funny about that is I was noticing.
And like, you're actually playing 2 basic islands thanks to the Ottawa, so.
Yeah, that's actually what I was noticing is that the only basic is island. So if you're playing in something like blue-white, right? Then they're going to, like, if they're going to, Field of Ruin something on you, you're always forced to get island.
Right.
So that is interesting. The other thing that I would say is that I just don't believe in Giganta. I think that the number of times where the 5/5 mana, it might be better in a Stubborn Denial deck though. Now that I'm already like thinking about this, that might be totally fair.
I think that the opportunity cost of playing Giganta is insanely low, and I'm surprised that it hasn't been banned because it's so all-consuming for the format. Like, there are like 40 different decks that just play Giganta because it's better than any sideboard card.
So that could be true, but I'm a big believer that Chandra is really good in this deck.
Sure, I think if you have a good reason not to play Giganta, like, then don't. But
right, yeah. But obviously there's no Chandra in this 75. You actually can't even sideboard in a way that Giganta isn't in your deck. So this will be interesting to see.
right.
Kind of moving on to the deck that I'll be testing. This is actually a deck that it's based the same 75 that we tested last week. We ended up on the 75 in the deck box in front of me in mono green. I think that we basically all came to the same conclusions. I think that the only thing that's ever been in question between you, me, and Quentin is basically Cityscape Leveler in the main, right? Like, is that a Pelucranos? Is it a Cityscape Leveler? Is it... I don't know what else it could be. In
any of the battles. I mean, there are other.
The battle, the specifically the 2-mana battle that for X makes a lot of sense in that spot too. But yeah, that's basically where we landed. Is there anything you want to say about Mono Green before we kind of like jam?
No, not really. There was we did talk recently about Shadow Spear, which I had totally forgotten was even a card. And that might be an interesting sideboard slot, given that like I said, I've been happy with the Chariot because I can bring it in a lot of matchups. But like as a tutor target, I can't even remember the last time I carded for a Chariot.
I do it a lot, and maybe I'm doing it too much, but I actually think that there are too many. I think there are too many ones. I don't know. I feel like I never grab Needle, but that's actually just not true in the mirror. or that's, I guess it's just not true.
I mean, you would never grab it in the mirror, but I think having Needle in the sideboard is really powerful. I mean, even if you...
I've definitely grabbed it in the mirror to like name Karn after they've Stonebraid my Karns.
So yeah, I mean there may be some sequencing there.
So
but...
like yeah, it's definitely happened where like either I had a Karn in play already or I grabbed it first to pre. No, that doesn't happen because I just Stonebrain then. But it's definitely happened where I had a Karn in play, and in response to them Stonebraining my Karns, I grabbed Needle, name Karn.
It used to be a lot cooler tech to grab Needle back when you also played a Nickel Bolus, because then you could just have Bolus and
that's hot.
It would actually still activate as a Karn.
That's hot. But no, I think that like this is just basically base green. So
yeah, I think the green deck is just like mostly solved at this point. Like I don't think there's a lot of play to the mono green list.
No, I actually think that there's literally only one flex slot. I mean, some people play less than 3 Oath, but then they're playing like an extra land, or they're playing, I don't know, like a weird battle. I think that 4 Oath is correct, and I think the Cityscape Leveler is what I like to do, but it could be something different.
Sure.
All right, you ready to do a best of 3 of?
A what?
A best of 3 of best of 3s, Matt.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, sure. It's basically a best of 9, but you could sequence it in such a way that you
do, though, just to make it easier,
lose in value.
So that we don't have to worry about the die roll every time. Odd or even on this Pokemon's HP.
Did we already? I think I already chose to play first, so you can go first next match.
No, that's fine. We'll just say you won.
You want to restart, is what you're saying?
No. You won. You got it right. It was Greninja at 130 HP. Congratulations.
Oh, okay, sure.
Kind of the kind of looking at.
I do think it makes sense for us to just alternate though. Like,
I do too.
First next one.
I do too. I think this hand is a keep. I think that actually, I think it would be insane to not to keep this hand, but I can understand that people like the mulligan one-landers. But this is not a deck that gets to do that when you have a hand like this.
Sure. I was not prepared to go to 5 to try to find an elf, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, man, I have a question for you. Why didn't you just have an elf on 7?
I mean, that would have been better.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, I clicked the wrong card. Alright, so Math says to play Elvish Mystic first because it dies less.
Look how non-threatening Elvish Mystic is.
Just a little guy. Doing little guy stuff. Stomp. You're only 2-drop in the whole deck?
I mean, technically there are 2 battles that I could try to get a Dryad Arbor with that's not in the deck.
True. That kind of sucks. I wish that I could grab QR here, but I actually think I am just supposed to grab land. I think your mulligan is fine. Like, you know, if you don't have elf, having stomp is like pretty reasonable.
Yeah. I'm not totally sure about casting this over the Bone Crusher.
Yeah, I would assume Bone Crusher is better to start with, but at least it gives you Bone Crusher next turn. If like,
well, this also lets me do other things too. Like I have, for example, I have a Chariot in my hand right now, which might be good to get haste.
Oh yeah, I mean that's literally the best draw in your deck.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that it does that. I'm actually in huge trouble if you have a Chariot.
Yeah, I wonder how much you can read into that. Like, I think me playing the Stormseeker over the Bone Crusher probably means Chariot a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is like, we were kind of talking about this before, but, Chariot into a Crone War is basically how the mono green deck loses all of its games in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Or any sack effect. That also would work. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. If we don't block, we take 5, 6, 7, go to 10. That's probably better in case we draw something like a Storm the Festival. Just so that if we have Cavalier into... because we can go Cavalier into Storm that way. So probably no blocks this turn, and we're in big trouble.
I mean, you almost have enough to like just start comboing off if you have the right things in hand, I guess. You only have 3 cards though, which makes it kind of hard to have all those things. You could definitely start with Storm the Festivals for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we did actually draw the Storm. So,
okay.
So we start here.
Take it this means you have Nykthos in hand as well?
No, we didn't have Nykthos, but I didn't see another way to...
I might have just led with Storm, to be honest, instead of the Cav, but...
That actually was definitely better, considering that Karn was an option and I didn't think about it. And actually, that was just better because Kiora was also an option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was just wrong.
Yeah, Kiora is what I was thinking. I mean, Karn is fine on this board, right? Obviously, it stops the Chariot, which is great, but...
Yeah, but if we get this haste, we take quite a bit still.
Is there any reason why you'd put it on a different land?
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Ah, got it.
Good question, though.
Yeah.
I forgot that it targeted first. It's
Got
the reason. I was trying to tap that one.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's just game.
Yeah, it's probably just literally game, huh?
Actually lethal.
Probably literally game, yeah.
Yeah, you just crew.
You're only taking 8.
No, I'm not, right? 1, 2. You're giving that haste, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it's not lethal. Is it lethal to just play the...
What if I go wide instead? If I crew the block there, it's still 8. Yeah, it's still the same either way.
Yeah, it's the same.
I guess I can get in for 9. No, this is hold on, it gives +1/+0.
Yeah.
This actually is lethal. Oh god.
Do you have an elf? Let's go! GG's.
GG's.
I mean, that is the way this deck loses this matchup. That's the recipe for success, as they say.
Yeah, that was certainly a good curve, especially on the play. If I'm on the draw there, it's like a lot tougher.
Here, I don't really have like anything I like sideboarding in this matchup. I know that some people like to sideboard in either Chariot or they like to kind of go different ways. I like to have all my sideboard options or all my Karn options in this matchup. I don't know if you have any strong beliefs.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Sideboarding with mono green, I think, is 0 in this matchup.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to side in anything in this matchup.
Yeah. Any thoughts for your deck?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Like, I'm pretty sure that I want the Lithomantic Barrage for sure. I'm debating on Cinderclasm. It seems a lot better on the draw, or on the play.
You want Barrage to hit what?
Elf.
It hits white and Oh, it hits elf.
It's 1 damage to any creature or planeswalker, and then it's 5 if it's a white or a blue.
I don't like that.
You don't want a 1 mana kill an elf spell?
No, I would assume that you just basically want Disdainful Stroke and a Crone War.
I mean, it's literally Fatal Push. I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely going to side that in. Probably not going to side in the Cinderclasm, though.
Yeah, I think the Cinderclasm doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think having an answer for an elf on the draw is, like, really important.
Paul in the chat!
I don't even understand what these invasions do in the deck, so I'm thinking about siding those out, but out of ignorance.
No, I think that's totally fair. That's the card that when somebody messaged me about this deck, that I was like, these might be the first cuts that I would make in the whole 75.
Especially because they're like double green, so like.
What?
Oh no, these are. Do I have the wrong ones?
Oh, did you put the wrong invasions in your deck?
Yeah, I sure did.
Oh. Well, that's
okay. We can fix it after this.
Yeah, that's awkward.
I was fine. I didn't draw them, and I'm citing them out anyway, so I'll fix it after this.
Okay. That's funny. Hashtag
that is funny.
Funny for the video.
And then beyond that, I'm not sure what to side out.
You got like 30 seconds, so.
I know. Aware. It just like, it either has to be like Chariots or the Maze Crushers. Like, obviously.
I think the Maze Crusher is pretty good in this matchup.
Yeah, I kind of want that for stubs. I'm just going to side out a couple of Chariots. I think that they can be good.
I've typically sideboarded out Lovestruck Beast in the matchup, but...
Fair enough. I think that I want to have things that are more reliably turning on subs.
Sure. Do you not feel like your 4/4 does that?
Well, you have to crew it, though, to do that.
No, the Maze Crusher is just a creature, man.
Oh, no. I was talking about the Chariots. I sided out Chariots.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard you.
Well, I was talking about whether I should side out Chariot or the Maze Crusher, and I said I'm just going to side out Chariots.
Oh, that makes sense. It does make your steal effect worse to do that, for what it's worth.
Siding out the Chariots?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that necessarily needs to be better, though, right? Like, I think that the Chrome War is going to be just fine, regardless. Prepared to be wrong about that, but if the Chrome War ends up not being good enough because I don't have a way to crew my Chariot, or a Chariot to crew with it, then I'll eat my words.
I think just like playing my spells is how I win this game, or any game in this matchup.
Yeah, I also think Kiora just has infinite loyalty, so it's totally fine to use some of them out of the loyalty pretty
Liberally.
Yeah, liberally, yes.
Sure. Okay. So this turn I like leading on this.
Seems pretty good to me.
Then just going like this.
One, two, three, four, five. So if I do nothing, you will be able to transform the Pelucranos. Not clear that I have a good way to stop that anyway. I guess it's also not that clear that that's always a good option in this matchup, where it might just get stolen.
Yeah, that's fair. That was my best play, though.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like you're a little bit on the all dressed up with nowhere to go hand at the moment, but obviously, every draw step could change that.
Woo, baby! I don't know how to. Oh, do I click here? Okay.
I guess the upside for me is that when you flip the Pelucranos, it doesn't have any devotion, so your Nykthos is not doing anything.
It does still have 3 devotion.
It definitely does not.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100%. It still has 3 CMC, but no devotion.
Okay. Maybe that's worse.
I need to play this Beseiju. Just kind of hope that you don't get going on that. Man, it's just too taxed at the moment, you know?
Kind of shows how much I've ever flipped Pelucranos in my life that I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's also like a fairly new rules change. I think they just basically did it with the release of Pelucranos. But what am I doing here? Oh, I just misplayed this.
I mean, I misplayed. I should have untapped the Pelucranos, so...
Yeah, that's fair. I just I just tried to leave the wrong colors of mana up because I was gonna try to stomp the elf with the Bone Crusher Giants that are on adventures. Obviously, I've already used the stomps there.
Sure.
Bone Crusher Giant's quite a lot stronger when you can stomp and then stomp with it again while it's on an adventure. Just infinite 2 mana shocks.
Kind of like the attack here. Obviously the double block is pretty good. But
is it? I don't even think that's good. That seems bad to me. You just get 2 worms.
They're not worms, man.
Well, whatever they are. Hydras.
Hydra. Hell, Hydra!
I am supposed to chump block though. My life total is definitely under pressure here.
I mean, I need to draw something pretty good here. I actually feel like I'm at a disadvantage right now.
Maybe. I mean, I definitely still need to draw some way to deal with this Pelucranos. It is, a Wormcoil engine at the moment, which is not super easy to beat. I may need to trade with it at some point.
So if we attack here, we can trade Bone Crusher plus humans. Gives me 2 3/3s. Get a pretty high life total. Would also put Pelucranos in my yard though.
It's true. I think my obvious concern here is that I might want to steal this at some point, so I might just try to take another chump block.
I think that's totally reasonable. The Love Shark Beasts have been a little bit better than I expected. Yeah, Paul says that he doesn't flip it for the same reason. I just don't usually find a reason to flip it. The devotion's usually so good that I'm using the mana on other stuff. So I guess I had not thought about the fact that it becomes 0 devotion. Oh man, is this GG's? No. I mean, it's close though. Alright, so Storm the Festival? What if we didn't draw Storm the Festival? What if we only drew lands, Kioras, and elves this whole game?
That'd probably be good for me. What if I had a free 5/5?
Good.
I didn't even have to put my deck.
Storm the Festival.
And the problem is I'm obviously just, chilling here, and
Holy crap. Alright.
you probably eventually will draw a Karn or a Storm or something. Cavalier would also be good because it would mill for storms.
Yeah, Cavalier would be nuts.
Certainly not doing any better than you as far as just, drawing lands. The only reason why it looks like I've drawn so many more spells is because I've drawn 4 adventures this game.
That is the power of adventures, right?
Yeah, it really is, though. I mean, it just seems so bad to attack. I lose a creature every time, and I'm down 6 damage to start.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. I feel like I'm waiting to die to a Storm of the Festivals, but obviously you're kind of waiting to die to a Crone War, so...
Yeah, it's like the same thing.
I would also feel a lot more safe if I drew like a Disdainful Stroke or a Stubborn Denial at this point as well.
That was a really good draw.
A really good draw where you pass the turn. What could it be? Let's besage you. Well, that would be very annoying if it were a besage you. That's my best guess.
Oh man. Your Crown War! Okay.
There's no way that I'm playing around Besage You here. I mean, I won't leave myself dead to the crackback, but...
The elves!
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I knew you had it, but I would not have had a read on it had you not said that was a really good draw and then passed the turn.
Right. It's part of making a video or stream.
Alright, yeah. It's not like it's a completely terrible attack anyway, so, like, it's fine. I mean, the real downside is now I gotta draw another Crone War or something,
Okay, so we're going...
You good? Possible I should have considered sending a little bit at Kiora just to stop you from drawing off 4s.
It didn't matter, because I'm still fucking land daddy.
I mean, you're still comfortably ahead in this game. I wouldn't worry about it too much yet.
Yeah. I guess I'm playing this land, though. Did I cuss on the stream? That's great. I thought we were just playtesting for a second. I forgot we were on video. What time is it on the stream? 36 minutes? I gotta bleep that out on the YouTube video. Oh, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Oh, that's even better. Okay. I think you're dead.
Yeah, I felt pretty far behind. I think even like once you had the Cavalier in play, I think even the Acron War wouldn't have saved me. Unless you just like bricked off for several more turns.
I mean, obviously, like, if you have a Disdainful Stroke here, that's pretty good. Oh, you don't? Okay.
You are welcome to play as much or as little of this turn as you would like. I'm prepared to concede this game, but I'll also let you continue if you want.
Yeah, so I'll just show the viewer kind of what to do here. We're going to grab Pestilence Cauldron. We have Karn in our graveyard now. So
Your devotion's not that high for whatever that's worth, so there's no way you're infinite here yet.
Well, so... Oh, I meant to grab Chain Veil. That's funny.
Have you used Kiora already this turn?
Yeah, but here's...
Okay, you just have a second one, okay. You might be infinite then. I mean, just your devotion is only, what, 7 right now? So... With the Chain Veil, though, you for sure can do it.
Yeah, so we get back this and this.
But it might be, well... I don't know.
So
I'll just let you go through it, because I don't want to do the math.
No, so, yeah, I mean, I obviously messed up. We were supposed to grab Chain Veil first. We play Kiora, minus Kiora, go to 15.
It's going to be 10, right?
So we're short. I mean...
Well, yeah, you have 11 mana because of the elf. So Chain Veil, activate, Kiora minus... You should still be fine, right? Oh no, because you have to play the Karn too.
Yeah. Well, no,
Right.
because if I activate the Chain Veil, I can activate the other Karn.
Yeah, but you have to play the Karn to get the Chain Veil. You don't have the Chain Veil in your hand right now, right?
Oh, sure. You're right. Yeah, that was a mistake. I meant to grab Chain Veil first, and I did not do it. Okay, we're gonna just do this. To put Karns back into my yard.
I mean, I'm sure that I can't beat the board, so it's really fine, but...
Yeah, I still messed up. We're going to grab this. Gonna play it. Gonna kill one of these. One of the reasons to grab the vehicle here is that if Matt decides to, like, if Matt draws the Acron War, it means that I get to crew in response. But I do believe that I had just one had I grabbed Chain Veil first.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, you know what I could have done is actually Automaton there.
Alright, I'm dead.
You're dead?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, maybe there was a Woodcaller line there too. I'm not sure. I think that the problem would have been you wouldn't have had a Karn though at that point. Because you'd had to minus the Karn for the Woodcaller.
Yeah, that's true. I need the Chain Veil first.
Right.
You know, we talked about on the podcast this week the benefits of playing Explorer to play Mono Green.
Mhm.
and like seeing all the weird lines. But I missed a normal line there because I auto grabbed Cauldron there.
Kiora is also a blue card, right? She's blue-green hybrid.
Yeah.
So the Lithomanthic Barrage could actually deal a real amount of damage to Kiora as well.
Oh, I like that. That's actually a good point. I think this is a keep.
Yeah, my hand's pretty decent, I think. I'm just like never that concerned about my life total in this matchup, I think.
Yeah, I think it. You're the beatdown even when I'm the beatdown.
Yeah, I just have another land that's like 99% to go on green as like a pain-free source, but the upside of maybe being able to decide later, I think, is a little bit higher.
Matt, stop having stomp.
Do not have stomp.
Oh. Ha, sucker, you don't have stomp? Do you have the curve, though?
What's the curve?
You
I have good stuff in my hand.
You have a chariot next turn?
No, I don't have the chariot.
Ah, sucker. Good stuff, he says. Paul, you're in chat. People can see this on the YouTube video, and they can see it on the stream. What's your thought on this matchup? I was telling Matt that I think that the Crown War is really important. I played it from both sides, mostly from the Boatless side. That's nice. Kind of forced to take 6 here, I think.
It's interesting.
I guess
I'm honestly not even that confident the attack is good, because like the old Ghost Troll on the backside is actually a lot stronger most of the time.
I was just gonna say, I guess I'm not, because it lets me play Cavalier next turn.
Yeah, it's super strong, having a flipped troll, so I think this could be a pretty free block, to be honest.
Oh, and man, look at our whole team's joining. Patty B's up in the chat.
Don't love my spot. Yeah, I guess it's a hard. I mean, unless obviously just the matchup's just. I don't love the matchup. I guess more than anything. Like obviously this spot is okay as far as things that I'm hoping for.
Your spot has to be like fine.
Yeah,
like,
and certainly this is kind of how I'm hoping for a game to play out, more or less. You know.
Yeah, like having Cavalier there rather than like, you know, Karn or something else.
Yeah, I mean Karn would be pretty good too, though.
I do actually think, just like kind of looking at the texture of this game, though, that Stub is insane in this matchup. The question is, can the mono green make it not matter by just making enough mana? And like even through it, if that makes sense?
I guess I'm trying to trade. I feel very good.
I don't know that I'm trying to trade with Nykthos in play, but it looks really bad if you're like bluffing and then have a Crone War. I guess it
Second main phase of Crone War? That'd be crazy.
I mean, it'd be a sick play here.
I guess. I mean, that'd be some next level shit though. Like I would definitely have a Crone Ward before attacking. I'm not even sure what it plays around, to be honest with you, to do it the other way.
Was there a reason not to kill the elf first? I guess you have...
Because I want my mana.
Yeah. Sure. Well, this is free, so we do this first. I don't actually know the right play here, so I'm just going to talk to you about it, because I think that's better for the stream. So I have Karn and Storm in hand, and if I'm playing around Stub, right, I want to play the Karn first, but if I play the Storm first and it doesn't get stubbed, then I have Storm mana still. Or I have... Do I still have Nykthos mana? I do. I would still have Nykthos mana.
So Nykthos currently puts you up to down to 5, up to 12.
So I could do... But it could recast Storm the other way.
I like Karn first, because if it resolves...
Yeah,
you can just choose whatever you want. Whereas if you go for Storm first and that one gets countered, then your Karn is really limited.
Yeah, okay. That was my initial impression, but...
And I think that Karn with 10 mana, or I guess it's 8 mana, is too much, so I have to counter this.
Makes sense.
Possible it was greedy to counter the Oath, but my thought there was that, like, I was obviously telegraphing the stub, so maybe you would just, like, care less about the possibility of a second stub. In reality, probably telegraphs the second stub even more, if anything.
Whoa, what happened?
Did you just miss?
No?
Okay.
I got Cavalier plus... Did I click no?
I guess. Oh, no, what happened there?
What does it say?
It just says you cast Storm the Festival and now it's in your yard.
That's awkward. I got Cavalier plus Wolf Willow Haven.
Okay.
Definitely.
That is awkward because it's like not game ending, right? But it would obviously have you ahead.
I mean, it'd be pretty close to game ending here. If I specifically hit another Nykthos, I actually think that I'd cast Storm and win the game, right?
Well, yeah, you could flashback the Storm, but what I'm saying is it doesn't like.
Oh, the misplay doesn't end the game?
No. I'm saying that I don't think that Cavalier plus. You're saying if you hit the fourth Nykthos?
Oh my gosh.
You're saying if you hit the fourth Nykthos off of the Cavalier, it would have been.
Alright, well.
I mean, obviously the misplay determined the game at this point, right? Like the Crone War wouldn't be nearly this strong if you had another Cav in play.
Yeah, it just wouldn't even matter. Alright.
I certainly wouldn't go as far as to say it wouldn't matter, but it would be. It would be an even game for sure.
I wouldn't even just have the other Cavalier, right? I would have the
extra Wolf Willow too. Yeah.
What's up, Mikey? One of the reasons that I really wanted to play versus you, by the way, Matt, is like I've been playing so much Arena and so little MTGO that like this is really helpful for me.
Right.
So like even right there we saw it, and I think it's worth showing to the viewers that like even the players that they like are like, oh, this person like has an opinion that I respect. It's like, yeah, but like mechanically MTGO, Arena, and Paper are all different. And if you are lax on one of them, then it is actually a problem. And we what's funny is like historically MTGO players did worse in Paper because of this. But I think now it like actually has even a crazier scale where like Arena players have a really hard time because they don't have any triggers they have to worry about. And as somebody that like has played a lot of Arena, like I've said this on the podcast, it's like, yeah, you gotta play Paper before you play Paper.
Sure.
Yeah, challenge me again, I'll be on the play this time.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing those the right battles.
Oh yeah. I do actually think the stubs were good that game. Even with Through the Mystic, like they were just good.
Yeah, they were definitely good. I mean, like I said, I think that this is the matchup where this has to be the matchup that they're for, right? Like this is one of your bad matchups.
Well,
and Stub is obviously going to be good here.
Blue-White is your literal worst matchup, and I think they're really good there too.
They're probably fine there. I don't know that it's enough to make that matchup that much better, though.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the reason, but the fact that they're good in that matchup is a big deal.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
especially considering like your removal spells are just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Paul's saying the same thing. Like it negate is already good versus green, so like this is the matchup like that you're saying that they're there for.
Yeah.
But at least like some of the other stuff, they have game. It is the fact that the 1 mana version of Spell Pierce is good in this format because of the way that the format plays out is good. This hand's terrible.
Yeah, so here's my first hand that is just completely a mana-based problem.
I mean, I'm going to 5 here, but this is pretty common with mono green.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually impressed at how passable the mana looks in this deck, if I'm being honest. So I do have a question though. Should I mulligan as though I guess even I'm not sure. Should I mulligan as though I know what I'm playing against or not?
Not in game 1.
Okay. Fair enough.
Here I think that the putbacks are this. I sadly think it's this. I could be convinced that I'm wrong here, but I think that you want to go like this, so.
I'm surprised at how playable the mana has been, and like obviously our sample size is small so far, so it's possible I'm just getting lucky. But
no, I
honestly, it's been fine.
That was one of the questions that I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I mean, the flip lands I think are just better than people think they are.
It's certainly something. I don't know. I'm looking at the mana base in my hand even, and it seems surprising. It's like kind of getting there with a limited deck, but apparently it works.
Alright, well, this mold of 5 is not what we wanted on our game on the play, but...
Yeah, not ideal, but it kind of just depends on what you have to follow it up, you know?
Yeah, I think that, like... Nice.
Pretty interesting. I had this whole play in mind, and that draw has really changed it.
You still my guy?
No, I was thinking that I was going to cast a Chariot, but now I drew Reckless Stormseeker, and I think that just making you choose between the Pelucranos and the Kioras. Well, I guess you have an elf to block, so that actually doesn't make sense, so I should just probably cast the Chariot.
Well, I will tell you 100% that I'm going to block the Lovestruck Beast if you attack.
Yeah, I'm going to attack. But I was thinking in my mind that... Oh, okay, fair enough. I was thinking in my mind that you would have to block with the elf. I wasn't even considering the double block. That's actually probably good for me.
That's wild, because it seemed like the best case scenario for me that you did that.
Well, you just have no devotion now. Like, I'm not really that scared of anything. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just am a lot less scared of mono green when the devotion is so low.
Oh, you know what happened? Is that that's stupid. The yes and the no button are switched on Kiora.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds bad.
It's no and then okay instead of yes and no. So the no is to the left.
Okay.
This is vodka and Rockstar Mikey. Drink responsibly. That's pretty good. So we get a crew here, kill Kiora. Right? I guess we would have to attack everything into Kiora to do that.
Yeah, I'm like half tempted to take the troll instead of the cavalier for that reason.
Yeah, I actually wonder if taking troll is better for... Well, no, because then you just lose the chariot for nothing.
Yeah, I lose the chariot, but at least you don't get the flipped troll.
Yeah, I don't know which is right, to be honest.
Either. I'll probably go with the cavalier because, you know, if this version is wrong, it's probably not that wrong, whereas the other version could be really bad. Probably am supposed to just let you trade it for the chariot.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... My poor Kiora.
Just like wondering how likely I am to just die to this layer of the Hydra. I guess I'll have a blocker, so not that likely. Wait, oh yeah, okay. I thought for a second that it was having my elk go at you. It's like, what?
Okay, how much mana do we have? We have... So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can do that for free. Do that same play. We
You
get
have
that.
10 mana right now.
Am I counting this wrong? Oh,
Five,
you're right. You're
6,
right.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
I think that there is got to be a way where I go Old Growth Troll. So we go Old Growth Troll. We then have
So 10.
still 10. But then go Cavalier if we hit a Nykthos. Or wait, we can just go Old Growth Troll Storm.
You have a cavalier in your hand?
Yeah.
So I like cavalier, and then with the cav on the stack, make Nykthos mana.
Why
You
would
have
you
eight mana.
Why would you
What?
not just make the mana with Cav first?
What do you mean? Oh, because you want to put the trigger on the stack because in case you hit another Nykthos?
Well, you can just make the mana now, right? You can just go...
But if you make the mana now, you're not getting the extra 3 devotion from the cavalier.
Oh!
So the cavalier only costs 2 if you do it with trigger on the stack instead of 5.
How do I make sure that I can do that?
It should be fine. Just cast the cavalier and then now activate Nykthos.
Okay, so that's 8. Hit Nykthos. Okay, we already won. $14. Play this. Play this.
Yeah, you also could have done this slightly better. You could have cast the troll before activating Nykthos again, but it's pretty irrelevant to be honest.
Yeah. All right. This is the winning. Like I won the game, but I definitely did that wrong.
I think it actually didn't matter at all. Maybe I don't think you could have ever gotten to another storm.
I couldn't have gotten to the storm.
I mean, you could have, but at the price of the cityscape, which I'm not sure is necessarily worth it.
That's a good tip, Paul. Paul says just hold control if I'm worried.
Yeah. It's kind of wonky if you hold control. You're going to have to click OK a bunch of times, and I would worry that would actually lead it to be more likely that you're going to click through something.
Alright, taking Cityscape?
Yeah, I think it's got to be, right?
I think so.
I guess it doesn't matter, though. Like, the thing is, you just have multiple Storm the Festivals in the graveyard, so the game is definitely over. Like, it would be the luckiest run of all time if you somehow missed off of 2 storms from this spot.
I mean, do you not have a counterspell?
I do not. Can you imagine what it'd be like if I did,
Woo,
though?
baby, then.
Yeah, Cure's pretty good.
Wait, do I have another Nykthos? Or another Storm?
Oh, I thought you did. Maybe I was looking at Old Growth Troll, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, you can sack off the troll, or the forest, to try to draw a card.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably worthwhile at this point, yeah. Your devotion's fine, and...
Okay. I can attack you for 15.
Yeah. I maybe have outs if I draw the fling guy. I guess that would be pretty good.
Yeah, that would be really good. I think attacking you for 15 here...
So, actually, you know what's funny? If you were planning on attacking with the calves... Oh, I guess you have all your mana floated in first main, though, huh?
Yeah.
It's interesting, though. It might still have been good to attack with the calves first.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe you could have sequenced this whole thing better, because then you could have drawn the card with the Kiora and, like, drawn the Karn or whatever, right? Like, whatever you needed here.
Yeah, I agree. Drawing Karn would have been better. I think...
That being said, I probably never block Cav in this spot anyway, with the cityscape, so...
Yeah, I
just,
wonder
like,
if I'm supposed to attack with 15 and attack with 1 Cav here to present lethal.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you're going to put Cityscape Leveler either into my yard...
Yeah, there's no way I'm blocking the layer with the cityscape. It's gonna get chump blocked for sure.
Yeah, attacking for lethal here makes sense. And like,
I think that I'm just supposed to chump the Cav too. Like, I think that this game doesn't necessarily have to end next turn. So, like, I definitely don't want to block with the cityscape and give you back a... And I guess my other option was I could have just taken 5. That might have been fine.
yeah, that would actually might have been better. Just because I'm at 20.
Right. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna take the letting you suicide your stuff thing. I guess you can tap most of it though, so it doesn't really eat that many things, but really don't want to attack with the cityscape because you'll just block with Cav. And that's a way to lose for sure. bad news though, because like the cityscape's going back into your yard at the beginning of next turn. So now I think I might not have any outs.
It's not even going back to my yard, right? It just he's going back into play, depending on.
Oh sure, yeah, because it's not tapped. Yeah, I'd have to figure out a way to tap it. I mean, to be fair, that might give me more outs if anything, because then I can just draw another Crone War.
I think the real question here is: do I make this layer of the Hydra so big that you're forced to chump it, so that my next draw is good?
I mean, is there anything else you're even considering with your mana?
I mean, there's nothing else to do with the mana.
Yeah, seems pretty free. I don't understand what else you would be doing.
Yeah, because like it's not like I can make another creature, right? Okay.
Right. That's literally the only available play. Unless you felt like you might need to block with the layer for some reason, but I don't know why you would.
Why did the mana just disappear for this?
I think you just haven't paid the mana yet.
What are these doing if not making mana?
They are, but like it just makes you click through the mana sometimes.
So I'm making... Okay, there we go. It just did it weird.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure that it's worth the point on the Kiora, because I was just gonna block it anyway, right? Like, not taking 13. Or 15 or whatever it would have been.
Yeah, but now you can't, like, kill it.
I mean, there was no way I could kill it anyway, right? It was 15 even without the Kiora. I guess I could consider blocking with the Cityscape this time, since you're going to get it back at the beginning of your next turn anyway. I block with Cityscape. And then block here. Take 13, go to 5. I can't imagine what I could draw, but it's going to be pretty good though. I just need a 5-power creature that draws a card. Are there any of those in this deck?
I just realized that tapping those elves also kills my devotion. I guess they were going to attack anyway, though.
Yeah, they would have just gotten eaten, for sure. I'm dead, though.
Alright, I assume you're sideboarding the same way. Well, maybe you're not, now that you have the real ones. Maybe you are,
They just don't seem very good in this matchup, to be honest. I mean, the idea of having unblockable creatures is nice, but I think that it's going to be hard to even kill the battle, and like if I'm wasting any damage on the battle,
yeah, that could be true too. It's not like you your Crusher's really good. I don't know that I'm a fan of boarding out Chariot though. I might be more willing to board out like a Lovestruck Beast in this matchup, but
that's what you were saying before. Lovestruck has been pretty solid though.
Yeah.
I like that it's something that's actually bigger than Troll.
That's fair.
I just think Chariot is too easily blocked a lot, so I am going to sideboard the same way.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, mine's a mulligan as well. Okay, I guess this will be the real test of this deck's merit.
The man up a match is testing his deck's merit.
Well, that's like with an asterisk, right?
That's fair.
I think it would have been a really close game had that not gone down like that.
At least I figured it out, right? Like what I clicked to make that happen.
Right?
That seems bad for me. Okay.
I mean, this guy on turn 2 is like the actual reason to play this deck, right? It's so much better than every other draw in the deck is turn 1 Elf into turn 2 Reckless. Good.
Okay. Some fast kitties.
Indeed. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Guess I'm probably not attacking, but bring this 5/5 back to my hand. And I get to flip my werewolf guys.
That's pretty nice. That's actually a nice factor in that.
Yeah. They made an update at some point where F6 is both F6 and F3, and I really hate it. I mean, it's not honestly the werewolves flipping is probably not that big of a factor. Like, you're probably going to cast 2 spells this turn anyway. So. I just have to stop this. So that's what it is.
Does that stop this?
Oh, I don't even have a. Oh, hold on. Wait. Just needed to crew the chariot. Just let it get countered. I mean, obviously, I should have crewed the chariot.
You crew the chariot?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, that doesn't work.
Right.
Alright. I was like.
I feel like I'm still plenty far behind when you get to cast either Karner or a Storm or whatever here, so.
What is happening? Or my life is so bad.
Not the most exciting Storm, but the thing is you get to do it again next turn, right? Unless I draw something pretty good to make that not the case.
It might have been. What's so funny is, like, I don't know. We'll talk about it after the game.
Okay.
I played the Kiora first because I knew that I could storm after even if you countered, but it might have been wrong. Oh,
Sounds
that's
right.
interesting.
I honestly forgot they were legendary, being real.
I'm glad you're real, because I think that was a weird play.
Yeah. I can understand why you'd feel that way.
We're gonna be interesting.
Oh my, this is just all so bad.
There's no way you're supposed to attack into this troll, right?
Yep, no, I'm definitely not.
Okay. You did so many things that turn, Matt.
Did I? I feel like I only did one thing. It was just a really bad thing.
Well, you did at least two, right? You played a second chariot and you crewed it.
Well, yeah, that's fair. The crewing would have made a lot more sense, though, if I could have attacked with both chariots. Yeah. I'm a bit surprised that you targeted the... Is it non-land? Might be non-land. Yeah, non-land. Okay, fair enough. I was like, I feel like if you took out my blue land here, this game would be all but done. Done and dusted.
Actually, I think I targeted the wrong thing.
Sure, I mean, that may be true as well, but certainly would have been very clear had you had the option to target the blue land and didn't.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to attack. 2 cards, 1 blue land. You can double spell next turn. Okay.
You know what one of the cards is, it's Gigantha.
Oh, that's fair.
I think I cannot win this game.
I also think you can't win this game, but we should finish it.
Okay. These triggers are really annoying when you don't want to use them.
They're way easier in paper. Trust me.
Yeah, believe that.
So here we're gonna sequence make mana first. Play this. Oh, interesting. That is not what I expected.
Fair enough.
So we got our wood collar. We can do it for free. Is that even better? Well, I think everybody thinks green is favored, Paul. I don't think anybody's under the impression that green isn't favored. Alright, so we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 devotion right now. We have 1 cure in the yard. So my math says I'm 2 short of literal infinite devotion or infinite mana and life. But
You should have way more than enough for that with the chain veil.
But with the chain, yeah, I was gonna say, but with the chain veil, we just go.
I have to use the restroom really fast though, so I will be right back.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Well, the problem though is that we need to get Cauldron first. So we go grab Cauldron first. No, that doesn't work because then we need to grab the other one first. I'm just stupid. Hold on. This also might just do it. Alright, we'll give Matt a draw. I was supposed to grab Chain Veil first. I messed up. Second time I did that. We'll edit this out of the video. Yes, if we grab Chain Veil there, we play Chain Veil, activate Karn, get Burst. That doesn't work though. We do have infinite mana life this turn though. So depending on what Matt has, you know, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17. That's more than enough for infinite life and mana.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's both players have infinite life, but...
Yeah, but your life doesn't matter.
It's true. I agree that I am a lot less likely to be infinite life than you are.
Alright, we're going to take a quick break so that I can use the restroom and then do our third match. Yeah, Paul, really quick before I jump off. Paul's right. I think I wanted to get back Cure before I store him, and then I can still do what I was going to do. Yeah, I think that's true.
Like Karn for Pestilence, Cauldron for Kiora, and then store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that the math on the first... on Chain Veil didn't work out to me, but I could have been wrong.
I didn't see it, so I...
Well, the thing is I didn't have a Kiora.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's probably... You would have needed a lot of mana to start with Karn, Pestilence, Cauldron, and then getting Kiora in the Chain Veil. Like, it would have taken a lot of starting mana, but you had plenty of Devotion. That's... Like, Devotion wasn't the choke point.
Right. Trying to do this right, but my scenes are all messed up, so...
Your what are?
My scenes on the... Oh, there we go. Boom. Mute yourself, Matt. Okay, Matt. Final challenge. Let's go.
So one thing we have to decide beforehand, though, that's the most important part, is how do we determine who's on the play this time?
You're on the play. You won the battle.
Okay. Yeah.
I do think that's important in Pioneer, and that's worth calling out, but
Looks like Moto would have done it all for us anyway. Just knew.
oh man, this hand's so bad. The
I
question
will say, so in that last match that we played, I definitely would have had a lot better shot in that last game had I had blue on curve, and that is one of the drawbacks of this deck. Is obviously you're not always going to have all your colors.
So here we have Oath, Oath, Kiora, Kiora, Land, Land, Karn on the draw. I think this is a mulligan.
That sounds really bad to me.
Like,
Yeah,
I just, like, you're trying so hard to get an elf.
yeah, I'm really not interested in keeping him without a elf or a wolf willow. I don't know how many people share this sentiment, but David was telling me that he doesn't ever keep a 7 without an elf and a payoff. I'm a little more
I'm probably more liberal than that.
faithful than that. I believe in the deck a little more than that, but I can understand the argument for sure.
It does make sense as to why David has mulliganed against me more times than anybody else.
But yeah, but that being said, I think you can win on a lot of multi 5, so it's not like a
That's
deal breaker.
True. That wasn't a slight on David either, right? Like, one of the reasons that I invited him to test with us is because I trust him and I think he like puts in the work. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm with Paul. Paul says I keep mana no payoff, and I basically agree.
Yeah, I also do. I agree with that for sure.
Stop, Matt. Winning on the play. You're not gonna win though. I'm gonna draw really well here. This is gonna hit Forest.
I believe in you.
And then I'm gonna play Forest into Elf. Then I'm gonna draw a land. And it actually won't help me. I actually am kind of boned. Okay. You asked me a lot of questions, MTGL. All the answers is I know that I'm using too much mana. I'm just trying to get through this turn and not die. Oh, I'm so dead. Okay. I guess the question becomes, am I taking 8?
I guess maybe I should have actually split these. Maybe it would have
Yeah.
been better to make a 3-3 and a 4-3.
Well,
Not sure.
you can only sacrifice it the turn that this happens.
Sure. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that, so that's fine. I'll just have a 6-5.
Okay. I mean, I think it's fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily intending on sacking it. So, it's fine. I mean, obviously, it would be nice to have that option available to me later when it does become relevant.
Alright, here we go. We're going to draw Nykthos, and we're going to win this game somehow.
I don't think so.
You think I'm dead?
I would be pretty impressed if you won this game.
I mean, the fact that you keep shocking yourself tells me I'm dead. I'm so dead. I will let you.
I mean, you can concede. You basically know what I'm doing. I'm attacking with guys.
And yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I will be on the plate this game, Matt Kling.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The pivotal game 2 of match 3.
I think it might actually be possible that you're supposed to set all the chariots in this matchup. Like, they're also really bad against Karn.
Man, that would be wild for what I've been doing in this matchup. Definitely supposed to go mulligan this in this matchup. Definitely supposed to keep this in this matchup, and this is a bad hand.
I'm very unclear on this hand. Well, I'm gonna try it though.
It would be like, we should actually test this if you believe that, because that would be legitimately an interesting change to how I've been playing the matchup, and I literally have only lost to this matchup. Maybe never actually, like in RCQs.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think that a chariot isn't even like your most aggressive attacker, and the chariot and the cats are pretty easy to block, and Karn shuts off the whole operation. So I don't know.
All right, we need to draw Storm here. Okay. Okay.
Would you believe me if I told you I kept this hand without that auto aura?
Yeah. I don't think you lie to me.
That's fair.
Alright, so if I play Wolf Willow here, we go 2, 4, 5. I just get it for free?
Yeah, Wolf Will is free with Q,
Interesting. Even more interesting.
Plot thickens.
There's no reason to get a Nykthos after I drew a Nykthos, right?
Yeah,
Like,
there
I'd
is.
rather-
I mean, because you don't have to play it this turn, right? So you can just have the double Nykthos thing whenever you want. Like, unless there's, I mean, I guess if it's like Lyra the Hydra,
Well,
maybe it's a little interesting. But
I guess my thought was like I could have Nykthos in my yard, but you're probably right. That's just like way worse.
you can always get the Nykthos in the yard anyway, right?
Yeah, Paul just agrees with you, and I think that's just true. Okay.
Well, that was the one draw that might be able to help me in this game.
Did you draw a steal?
Yeah, I did.
I think it's the best card in this matchup, but like
Well, yeah. I don't think anybody disagrees with that either.
I also think it's the reason to play 4. Like people are like, yeah, you can play 2. I'm like, no.
I think there's something to be said though about like tailoring this deck so much to beat this matchup, and it still ends up being pretty unfavored. It's just like I don't know what we're doing. Maybe we should try to just like accept that this is a bad matchup and try to beat other decks.
Okay.
Like I think that my hand in this matchup was pretty good, but I just don't think it's even winnable on the draw.
Okay. Do you think it's better to play Karn or to flashback a Storm?
I'd probably flashback the Storm.
I could play another Kiora first.
I would. Yeah, maybe Kiora is better first, and you can save the Nykthos for post Storm. That's probably better.
That's my thought. So we go like this.
Yeah, I definitely like Storm then because you could just win the game pretty easily with a Kiora in play and a Storm the Festivals on the stack.
Yeah, that's my thought. Okay. Oh fuck! I cannot believe I did that. This video is gonna be so great for the YouTube comments.
Well, fair enough.
Oh, I actually am one short. I thought I was fixing this problem.
Yep, you are short.
That's so funny. I can't believe I did that.
I think you're probably still gonna win this game, which is just a testament to how truly bad this matchup is.
Yeah,
like,
I definitely had the mana to like literally play Karn, flashback.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would have been probably win the game this turn instead of just merely present a game a board that I can't ever beat. You know.
That was so funny. I like Paul's comment. Washed. You are right, Paul. I am washed. I just don't play enough MTGO anymore. It was so bad.
Yeah, I'm dead. I could have actually taken a really different approach in this game. Like I thought about it, whether I should cast the Acrone War there. It's like I could have just played something and held up Stubborn, and then tried to draw the land before I played the Acrone War, but I don't know. It seemed like making you have land plus Storm was fine there.
Well, let's play the final game. This comes down to game 9. Is that even true? I won 2-0.
I think you 2-0'd me in. Yeah, I think you 2-0'd me in the second match.
Game 8.
Game 8 to see who wins the best of 9.
The first of 3 matches. This is a keep.
I am sure that I'm not supposed to mulligan this hand, but it also can pretty easily imagine how I could lose.
Not like that. What? You're so good.
Hold on. Oh, it costs 3 mana. Okay, cool. We're good. It's like, is there a way that I can just kill this Wolf Willow now? But no. There's no way to get the oil counters back, right? Once they're spent, they cease to exist.
Yeah.
This is literally my first time casting this card, so.
I think it won you the game, so. I think you're okay.
Yeah. My draw it ended up being a lot better than it looked in the opening hand. I'd drawn pretty hot off the top, so.
Yeah, I think if you kill this Wolfalo, I actually just lose.
Yeah, that's certainly my plan.
Holy... Oh, I definitely thought you were gonna stomp again, and I was like...
Uh-huh. Just playing we're playing,
No
what's
blocks.
the Bonza at this point.
Wow. Mad punish. Okay.
Punish for not blocking?
No, I'll show you.
Oh, I see. I'm assuming you didn't have that before, though, right? Like, obviously you would have played it earlier, so it's like...
Yeah, I just drew it.
Punish for deck building, I guess.
It was like, man, I really hope I draw a land. And it was like, oh, that's the wrong land.
Just dead on board.
Am I?
5, 6, 7.
7.
8,
Oh, no,
9.
I forgot about the other thing. Alright.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. Honestly, the stubs actually seem insane in this matchup.
They're very good in the matchup, but I don't think it, like... I mean, maybe it makes it a 60%, like 40-60 matchup instead of like a 70-30 like it was before.
Well, I think that, like, a Crone War already was, like... Here's my thought, and, you know, we can switch to camera view. No, Patty, I already have my list. Thank you, though. Let me switch to camera only. The thing is like... I already thought a Crone War made the matchup, like, winnable. Which is kind of what you're looking for, right?
Right.
And if the mana is reasonable, which I think is the question, that's the question I was going to ask you, does that just make Temur better? Like, if you're already going to beat this, you then have things for things like, you know, Lotus Combo and Blue-White that are your other bad matchups. Like, there's no reason to just play Green-Red.
I would go the other way on it. I think that you are just spewing percentage points in across the board by playing this mana base. And the fact that Stubborn Nile is very good in some of your bad matchups is a plus, obviously, but I think that the real way you're winning most of these bad matchups is by aggroing them down. It's like the game where I had 2 stubs, I lost. It's like the ways that I won was having the Crone War and Stormseeker, and like, you know, like the stub in that game was good, but like I'm not even sure that it was necessarily like the thing that certainly wasn't the thing that won me the game. But I'm not sure that I would have lost had I not had it. You know.
Sure. That's fair. Well, that is going to do it. Well, obviously, Matt, in his normal fashion, crushes me. But I don't know. It felt green favorite for both of us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no question that it's green favorite.
So
I got lucky and drew the Acrone War and Stormseekers a lot, and had Bone Crusher every single time I was on the play.
yeah, and you won the
I won the die roll. Yeah.
You won the die roll by cheating. So, no, I'm just kidding. Thank you everybody for watching. That's gonna do it for the stream today. If you like this, don't forget to hit that follow button. You get a chance to leave the subscribe button. It's super helpful. As I don't have a job right now. Like I could do this. Thank you so much, and I will see everybody on Thursday for my next stream. If you're watching on YouTube, leave that like, leave that comment, leave that subscribe. Make Matt do that with me more often. It helps a ton. You know, when I can just force him into being my little friend here. Thank you so much, King Cake, for the follow, and we'll see everybody next time with another stream here on Thursday.